What's up everyone, and in this video we're going to be going over the Waylay tech known as the corner boost, corner dash bug, whatever you want to call it. And I've been wanting to make this video for a long time. I just never got to it. So here we go. This is going to be a voiceover because during the recording I had some microphone problems. So this is just going to be a voiceover of the video that I already have recorded. Now, things to note is that doing this tech, boxes or walls or whatever needs to be above head height, pretty much. And another thing to note is walls cannot be too tall. If they are too tall, or I should say, if the end of your dash results in you touching an object, it will mess with your momentum, and this will result in your dash not conserving momentum, creating what we know as the bug dash or corner boost. This jump on Ascent, it's pretty easy. You can do it with your gun out. I've seen people do it. I like doing it with my knife out and then switching to my gun after a second. So where you want to look is to the top right of the box, so right where I'm aiming right here. And then if you do it correctly, you'll make the jump. You can do it on this side of the box too. Not very useful. I mean, you can do it with like a shotgun, try to dunk on someone. The only time it's useful with like a gun or something. Yeah, so I'm trying to show you like a KO flash off that wall, or like dropping it down below the sledge. But anyway, if you do it without support, you can do it with like a shotgun dunk on someone with your refract. I mean, I wouldn't do it without a refract, otherwise you're just throwing your life away. But if you do it with a vandal, I'd like doing it with a flash or something. Now coming to mid, there's some good spots like this corner. They aren't too useful as in like the fighting sense, but they move really far, and their momentum's really cool. So I keep trying to get clips like this. But it's really cool, really fun. I love this corner to dash into, even though it doesn't really do anything. Now, if you come over to this corner, if you somehow get in this situation, if you want to style on someone, you know, go ahead, man. You got that. You can also do this dash and then curve around and land on the box. I keep missing it in this clip here, but you can curve around and land on top of the box. You can do it with your gun out too. I just suck right now, so. You can do it on any corner above head height, like I said. I don't know if you can make it on that box or not, but something to try for. If the wall is too tall, I'm trying to show in this clip, your momentum will stop. Like I said earlier, if you are touching a object, I meant to say surface, but you get my point. If you're touching a surface, your momentum will just not, it won't work like how you want it to, I should just say. It'll stop your momentum. So make sure that the end of your dash is not touching a surface. Alright, so basically in this next clip, I'm gonna show you that you can do it against the ceiling, but you can't do it against a ground in a wall corner because your feet hitbox just stops your momentum, but you can jump against just the ground normally. But if you look 45 degrees up and into a wall, it has a ceiling, it'll allow you to do a corner boost or whatever off of that ceiling and wall. Here's another dash you can do on this ceiling. It's pretty cool. A lot of these, and I will probably continue to say this in the future, will be better used with an initiator or like a flash, I should say, or a stun or something, just because they're pretty risky since you are dashing. But hey, I'm gonna be honest, dashing in general is just as risky. During this little bunny hopping session, I'm going to quickly say that ceilings can be sage walls, and technically deadlock walls. It would just be very hard for deadlock walls, especially, you know, they go diagonally and shit. But anything with a hitbox like that character can push up against, it will work as a surface. So technically a Killjoy turret can be pressed up against, and it will work as a dash as long as it reaches above the head height. Here's just another quick dash spot that's not really that good, but it's here, I guess. So moving on to Fracture, we have some pretty good spots that I'm going to show you. So for Fracture and Split, I think these two maps are going to be like when Riot might actually pay more attention, because there's a lot of spots on this map, including this one. You can make it on top of the box here, like this. I don't think you need the knife, but it definitely helps. And you can always just switch to your gun a little bit later. But don't get too close to the edge, otherwise you're going to get a really bad dash. So give your dash enough room to glide along the corner of the wall. Like this right here. So I'm going to go over some more spots on Fracture, like right here. You can do it right there. These spots aren't really recommended, but you can use them. So this one's fine. You can't do it on this side right here because you'll get caught on the little lip right there. You can do it right there. Not very good. Don't recommend that either, especially since it's a little bit gimmicky. You could hit either the wall or you can get stuck on the ceiling. But if you come up, there's a really good corner. This corner is really good to do the bug dash against. But yeah, and you can also get onto that orange box there. I don't recommend doing it without a shotgun unless you're going to land on top of the box. But yeah, it's really good. The only problem is that metal wall is very spammable, so if they know that you're up there, or if people just shoot it anyway, then you might want to be careful. I forgot to show this in the video, but if you come below, you get this corner right here, and you can dash up with like a shotgun or something. There's a spot right here that's really good for this dash. The only bad thing is, like, there's no real point in doing it unless you're like rushing this area. You want to get behind them or something. I don't know. But the dash itself is pretty good. So coming over here, you have some pretty good dash spots if you make your way up. So this corner right here is pretty good. You can get a really good single dash, and you can make it on site with a double dash. It's just probably not really any better than normal double dashing, but it's still a cool corner to dash from. You know, maybe you can dunk on someone. The other corner to the left, yeah, there's the other corner to the left here. This one's pretty good. I mean, it's a basic entry onto the site, but yeah, it's pretty good. I would use it. Just make sure you don't dash downwards, because if you land and then pull out your gun, you're going to be more vulnerable than if you were to dash and then fall while pulling out your gun, because then when you land, you're able to shoot. This corner right here is fine. I would do it with a shotgun. I wouldn't really do it with a Vandal. You can do it off that corner. Not here, but you can do it the other way. These spots are pretty useless. There's this box right here you can do it off of. All these are pretty impractical. I wouldn't really use those. Alright, so this area right here is really Waylay's playground. There is so many spots right in this area. You got this area to dash off of. You got this spot to dash off of. And you got two corners right here. One right there, and then you got this other one. This is really fun to play around, and I've got multiple kills on this map like this, in split play, of course, because it's not in the map pool. But like, if you're not as like me, you wouldn't have missed a slow. But you could throw a slow like that, though I would just use it for a different area, since you're going to be catching them off guard anyway. Now, instead of dashing like this, you can just you can use the dash into the corner, and it'll catch people off guard so much better, and you'll have your gun out so much sooner. So dashing normally, they see you dash, and then they have time to react, because you won't have your gun out immediately. I keep missing the dash, but you know how it is. Anyway, you get my point. Using the bug dash on the corner will allow you to have your gun out as soon as you want to shoot, technically. I mean, you can shoot when you're in the air with this dash. But it's really good because when you land, you won't have to wait for your gun to be pulling out. So I like this dash a lot. It's even better with flashes and stuff. Alright, so there's this last dash that I was going to show you. It's not that good, but it shows the further away you are from an angle. the worse it's gonna perform. Like the closer you are, the further your dash will go. So yeah. So for this next map, we have Corrode. I really like Corrode for Waylay, even though Corrode isn't that good itself. Alright, so I really like Corrode because there's these spots right here. You can get some really cool shotgun plays in these corners. Pretty cool. Got all these corners, some worse than others, especially since they're like all wall bangable. Anyway, I'd probably do these when you're defending a site and they're pushing. I wouldn't do these on attack. Unless you're, because you'd have to like jump over and do this and hope that they just aren't peeking, and do this. Like, I don't know. It's just do it on defense. Don't do it on attack. Unless you're just like trying to get a clip and you hope that they're there. I don't know. You're just more exposed on attack. Another thing to note is you can't do it on this corner because they have like a little bracket thing there. But you can do it on this corner, so that's pretty cool. And you can also do it here. This one I really like, especially with shotguns, but I have gotten clips without shotguns with it. It's really good. So you just look into this corner and dash. And it's really good for like if spikes planted down there and they're defusing or something, you know. You could do something like this, or, you know, whatever you really want. Just kind of get creative with it and practice. Nothing's ever gonna go perfect, so it's all about just knowing what scenarios to use it in and how to outplay your opponents. You can also do it on this corner too. You can get a dash on this corner too. It's not very useful though. You also got this dash right here. They haven't patched it yet. They definitely will soon. I'm surprised they haven't, since they just released an update like last night. Basically, you just gotta practice it. Even I miss it sometimes. Make sure that you're not going straight to the side. You want to go like diagonally into the corner, otherwise you're not gonna get wedged in there. And it's like a platform too. It's not like you're glitched into the wall. It's like a whole platform. I'm pretty sure the clip will show that here. But like you can move on it. It's I don't know how they even messed this up, but alright. So the next map is Breeze. There isn't too much on Breeze, but there's some pretty good dashes. So if you come over here, there's a really cool dash that launches you really far with a lot of speed. The only problem with it is it leaves you in the open, so it's kind of mid. And I'm going to go ahead and do that one more time too, because I want you guys to see how far you can go with it. You can go way further too. I'm just rushing through all these different areas. You can get one on this door right here after opening it, and it's pretty good. I mean, it launches you pretty far. It's just like you don't really get any good peaks with it. I'm pretty sure you can make it to the top of the shrimp pyramid right there. There's this dash in mid that's pretty cool. You go really high. It's just, you don't really get much out of it, but this dash is really cool. You can like dunk on them with a shotgun, or you can like get behind them. Pretty much anything. I'm pretty sure you can get on this box too if you practice it enough. I just sort of suck at this because I haven't done it that much, especially since Breeze is in competitive map pool. Coming over here, there's a really good dash right here on these boxes. I've caught some people off guard with this one. It's pretty cool. I recommend always having a fract if you're gonna do this one, just in case like they just aren't where you're expecting them to be. You can also throw a slow. Don't worry, you can. I just mess it up there. But you can throw a slow like that, and it'll slow them. And over here, there's some more stuff. It's decent for Waylay. You don't go as high as I thought you would with these, but you still get some height. There's another one over here too. I've got some kills with this before. But yeah, I know I said I wouldn't show any too impractical ones, but you can do this one right here, I guess. I wouldn't really ever find a situation for this, but if you can find a situation, then there you go. I'm only showing this because it's very out of the way and people probably wouldn't really ever think of using it, so I just showed it right there. So the next map is Split, and it's going to be really good, just like Fracture. So it's Split. One of the first ones I'm going to show you is this one right here. This one's alright. I mean, you can dunk on someone with the shotgun. It sends you really high and you get a lot of momentum to carry. So I do recommend this if you're going to dunk on people. I wouldn't recommend a Vandal. Primarily just because you can throw a slow and then dash over top of them. Like this in the video I'm showing you right now. Just like that. So for the dash, you cannot go into this corner and do that, unfortunately. But you can go into heaven. Just make sure you don't hit your head on the ceiling ledge thingy right there, the door entrance, because if you hit your head, then you just lose momentum as shown. But you can get in there like that. If you come over here, there's some really good boxes that you can dash off of. Just make sure you don't hit your head, because you can hit your head on these railing pipe things up there. But it's pretty good on both sides. Right here, it's really good. You can dunk on them right there with like a shotgun. You can even do it with a phantom, since it's like a doorway or closing area. But there's no hitbox on this like thing right here, but it will block your vision. So if that matters, watch out for that. But it shouldn't be too big of a deal since you can't bump into it. Over here, you can get a dash boost like that. It looks like you would get trapped on those little metal things, but you don't, so it's okay. And this works for like any doorway as long as you don't get stuck on it, which is like a lot of the doorways. So I'm pretty sure there's one coming out of B alley too. I missed it in the video and I didn't go over it, but I wouldn't really use this one, especially since you can just dash on top of the box to the left right there, or you can dash behind the box after slowing. I don't know, there's just better options. But yeah, so we're into Icebox now, and Icebox is a pretty cool one, but there's not too many spots, so yeah, let's get into it. So right off the bat, there is this spot right here, but I'm not going to be showing it. I'm just going to run through this one. This one is pretty ass. I'm just not going to go over all the ones that don't really do anything, but there's this one. If you come up here, if you come to this corner right here, you can like sneak up and then come right between these walls and dash like this. That was a bad one, but yeah. You can do it on the right wall next to like that little fence thing too. And if you go on the other side of the wall, you can do it against the boxes. You can get way further. You can actually reach that box if you have your knife out. But the better option would just to be dashing like this, because it's just less commitment and stuff. Yeah, you can dash like here, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So there's this box right here, and you can actually reach rope and get all the way up there if you practice it. I've done it before. It's kind of random. I don't want to say random, it's just inconsistent, because you know there's no macro for it or whatever, and you have to aim it and stuff. But there's this corner here. You can get on top of the box if you practice this one. I've done it before. I've gotten kills off of it too. It's really good. I almost made it right there. And you can do it on the other one too. You just hit the containers if you do it on the other angle right here. Like that. You just hit the containers and it's pretty useless. You can also do it on these tubes. It's fairly useless because people aren't usually in these areas. But if you need to, you can do it. I mean, it is the middle of the map, so I guess it could find some use because people fight mid sometimes. You know how it is. So on to Bind, which is going to be one of our last maps. There's not too many good spots, but there's some that are pretty useful on this map. So this first one is right over here. If you come to this corner and you do it properly, you can get a corner boost and land on top of the truck. I don't know why it glitched me off there, but yeah, you can get on top of this truck pretty easily and you can shoot whoever's planting. This is really good if smokes are down. If you aim around there, you can get a slow right where the planter is, planting. And if you wanna, like, if you wanna slow someone maybe behind the planter or something, so you don't have to worry about them as much, you can throw it even further back and cover where the planter is not. There's this corner dash right here. It's pretty cool. I would only do it with a flash or something. It's not even good with shotguns unless you're like trying to clear under it. And then you got this box right here, and I'm pretty sure you can actually make it to heaven. I just haven't gotten there yet, but I'm pretty sure with enough practice you can most likely make that. So over here on this door, you can get a corner boost, which is alright. Definitely good with flashes. If not, I would just try to do it with a shotgun. I'm messing it up a bit because you can definitely get more momentum, but you can also do it right here. That's pretty good. I would do it with a shotgun. Vandal, not really. And the reason why I keep saying that is because you have to land before you get to do anything with a Vandal, unless you're like on top of them with a Vandal in the air. Otherwise, just do it with a shotgun. There's this corner, right there. I keep doing it over and over. It's pretty decent. I would do it with a shotgun if you're gonna do it at all. This one, I'm showing that there's a ledge. A little lip, so you can't really get it. Get the bug dash or corner boost, I should say. This one, it's whatever. You can get it on the corner on the inside, but you gotta remember that touching a wall will mess up your momentum. This one's alright because you can keep your momentum for some reason. I actually don't know why this works, but if you do it even better and don't touch the wall, then you're more floating in the air. But yeah, you keep hitting the wall there, and it's pretty mid. Not the best boost right there. There's this other spot right here where you can get a boost. It's alright, and the one thing that I do like about it is that you don't have to get on this box with a dash, so you can get up here without using a dash, and it's pretty alright. I mean, like, you're in the open, so you know they're gonna have to be like just flooding out when you use this, and smokes would have to be down. So I would rate this like really low on the chart out of all of the dashes, just because you're so exposed. But on terms of like versatility, like where you can get, it's pretty good. This box you can't get to normally, but the dash is extremely good. So my theory is, like, if you had a Sage on your team, like how the pros do it, like Grumpy, Noodle, Grim, all those people that do stuff like Flex Ninja, where they just like they push the game to its mechanical limit, but they like do a lot of messing around with mechanics and shit. You know, they could probably do this with a Sage Wall, like on attack or something, just messing around. But yeah, that's pretty much it on this map. So this next map is gonna be Pearl, and this map's pretty alright for Waylay, so let's get into it. So coming to a site with Waylay, you got this dash right here in this corner, and it's really good. Shotguns are gonna be crazy. You know, you can throw a slow when you dash too. It's a really good dash, and that's practically it for a site. You can get a dash on the store. I wouldn't really ever use it. It's too vulnerable from many angles. But yeah, you can dash off that door if you really wanted to. Coming over here, you got this corner if you wanted like information or something. It's alright. I wouldn't really use it. 1v1s maybe, but it gives up your location, so I don't see a use for it. You can get a dash off this roof thingy right here though, so it's alright. You can make it to the box. I didn't do it in the clip though, but you can make it off the box. And you can get a dash off that corner, so it's really nice. These don't do. I know it's possible, but don't use these. You're way too vulnerable from long. It's just too risky. There's no point in doing it. Another thing to know is, like, you shouldn't do it if it just leaves you too vulnerable. Like, you gotta wait till you land to even shoot, unless you have a shotgun, and even then you want to surprise people with the shotgun. This one is pretty good. You can land on top of the little platform there. You can also pull out your knife. I think you can do it with a gun too. You can land on this box right here. It's pretty decent. I've used it in game a couple times. It's really good when a lot of chaos is going on, but otherwise it's just an alright dash. Dashing off the ceiling right here and behind me, don't do it. I don't show the other one behind me, but you'll just run into the walls if you try doing it. Maybe if you're trying to push the spawn, it might work, but yeah. That's gonna be pretty much it for this video. We went over pretty much all the maps that I wanted to. A lot of them I didn't want to because there's like no good dash boosts on it, or even ceiling boosts on them. Plus, with all the information I give you guys from this video, you should be able to just like find out if it's possible or not on your own. I just, like I said, wanted to make a tutorial on it, so here we go. But yeah, the only ones that we missed out on are Abyss, Lotus, and Sunset, and those maps don't really have any good boosts on them, so that's why I skipped over them. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.